Morning. Hello. It's Sunday today. And when I woke up, I just felt inspired. I had something come through me this morning. Usually when I get my inspiration, it's just upon waking or when I'm dropping off to sleep. That's when the veil is thinnest. That's when messages can come through the clearest. So just be aware of that if you kind of wake up with suddenly like this idea completely out of left field and you think, where on earth did that come from? So it's your higher guidance talking to you, and it's thinnest and easiest at that time. So this morning, what came through me was about not waiting for the perfect time to do things. It came through really, really strongly. And it's funny because I kind of been experiencing a bit of that the last few days myself, so very apt. So this is all about kind of like, when we put things off because it's not the perfect time. So, you feel inspired to do something and you feel really, really drawn, really pulled to do something, but you think that everything has to be in place, everything has to be perfect before you can actually make a start on it, before you can kind of make that commitment. And remember, commitment is not just what we think we want to do, what we say we're going to do, it's actually what we take action on. Now, the example that I had was this week I've given myself 2 weeks of solitude, my partner's away, and I just wanted to... My intention for the 2 weeks was to every day just follow my excitement, follow my joy, and do whatever felt right. And I've been really drawn, and of course it happens. These things come onto YouTube and things, and I found a new technique for felt making. Dead easy. And I was really excited about it. And I was watching all these videos and I was thinking what I could do. And I started planning the work that I could do. But there was a moment where in my head, it was like, oh, but I haven't got all the stuff. I can't do it. I can't do it today because I haven't got the wool and I haven't got this particular starch paper and I haven't got a tumble dryer. So then I was thinking, okay, well, I can get the wool, that's fine. I found where to get the starch paper from, I ordered that. And then it came down to the tumble dryer. And then in my ego, my mind started saying, oh, you have to have a studio. You can't have a tumble dryer in the house. You'll have to get yourself a studio. You have to get yourself a perfect space to do this artwork in. And of course, that's putting it off and off and off and off and off until sometime, probably never, in the future. So yesterday, I kind of realised what was happening and kind of disconnected from that way of thinking. And thought, no, do you know what? I'm just going to take steps. I'm going to take steps towards it. This is what I'm really excited to do. And because of this excitement, this inspiration, I trust that the universe is going to provide me with the resources or new guidance to enable me to do it. So I have found somewhere that sells wool near to where I live, and I'm going to go there today. I've ordered the paper. And then, of course, it dawned on me, there are such things as laundrettes. If I don't have a tumble dryer, and I don't know anybody who does have a tumble dryer, I don't need to buy a tumble dryer. I don't need to hire a studio to put my tumble dryer in. I can go to a laundrette and I can put money in a machine and do it that way. And I just thought, of course, wow. When I got out of my own way, when I took steps following my excitement, then the next bit of information came, the how to do the next step came. And that's really what this is about. We can put things off forever and then never get done. We have dreams and we think, oh, well, okay, I can't do that because I'm not qualified, or I can't do that because I don't have the money, or, like when I was feeling that I wanted to leave my job, it was like, this doesn't resonate with me anymore. but I can't just leave my job. How am I going to make any money? And so you put things off and you put things off and you put things off. But it's actually when you really commit, when you make that solid commitment in your heart, rather than listening to all of the naysayer thoughts that go through your mind, and you actually take some action steps towards it, that the universe brings opportunities. They bring the next step for you to see. You know, the path of life that we walk along, and especially when we walk the heartfelt path, when we are following our inspiration, it's never something that's kind of laid out in front of you and you see the whole track and you know, okay, at this point I'm going to turn left and then I'm going to turn right and I'm going to go straight on for about 200 yards. It's not like that. Basically, you have to feel the inspiration and you have to commit to taking action on it in that moment. Because if you allow your head to get involved, it will come up with 1,000,001 reasons why it's not the perfect time to do this. And the thing is that everything happens in perfect timing, even the really crappy stuff that happens. But we only really understand that when we look back on it. And so if you take that next step, or if you take that first step, then that next step will show up. It might not show up immediately, but it will show up. And if you are open enough to receiving that next step and you take action on that, then the next step and the next and the next will show up. It's really about allowing yourself to be open, allowing yourself to be open to the inspiration to coming to you, allowing yourself to be open enough to be aware of when that inspiration is hitting you and you feel that tingling, that excitement, that joy inside you that, you know, yeah, I feel really drawn to doing this. That really excites me. And then you just allow yourself with trust. You know, you trust the universe that, you know, it's going to make it happen. You know, if you've had this inspiration, you've had it for a reason. So, you know, trusting the universe that they're going to give you the resources, they're going to show you the next steps. And again, it might not be immediate, but if you just stay open to trusting that it will come, then things will come in perfect timing. When you follow your inspiration, your inner guidance, things start to open up because there are doors of opportunity. There are all the resources that we need around us all the time. It's just our ability to be open to it or whether we're closed off to it. And it's so easy for us to close down to that excitement, to what we want to do, because, you know, all of these thoughts come in. You know, our ego is based on everything that we've ever known, our lives, our past lives, the experiences of our peers, the experiences of our families, society, and it's got this kind of rule book as to how life is, and it's all the beliefs and everything that go together to make up that rule book. And that will automatically kick in. And it's kind of about allowing that to take a sidestep and staying connected with what you are excited about, what you've been inspired with, and going, yeah, I know what you're saying. I know that's been your experience. I know that's what I've been brought up to think. But actually, yeah, I've been inspired with this for a reason and I'm going to follow it. And just allowing yourself to stay open in that moment. I always remember my mum and dad, bless them, they've passed away now, but they always were planning for their retirement, always planning. You know, my dad saved money all his life, and we you know, we had some hard times financially growing up because he was saving for this perfect retirement, where they were going to go travelling or they were going to have a holiday cottage or I don't know, you know. And, you know, they had a hard life. For, you know, on the scale of hard to luxurious, they were probably in the middle, but there were hardships in their life. And it was all around waiting for this perfect time for them to follow their dreams, to follow their excitement. And unfortunately, that perfect time never came. My mum got Alzheimer's at the age of 63, and my dad was physically really very, very unwell and restricted in what they could do. And therefore, all of these dreams, all of the inspiration that they'd had fell away, fell by the wayside, never was completed. And so that's a real lesson for me. And it is about, if you're inspired to do something, you've been inspired for a reason. You know, your heart has pulled this energy up and given it to you and gone, here, look. Just allow yourself to be open and allow yourself to connect with that inspiration and take those steps when you're inspired to do so. Don't wait for the perfect time. Perfection is an ego illusion. The perfect time is now, in that now moment when you receive the inspiration. And you don't have to have everything laid out. You don't have to know exactly how it's going to come through. You just have to have trust and faith that you will be provided with all the resources, the time, the staff, the money, whatever. And all of the next steps will unfold beautifully in front of you. And it will happen if you commit and take those action steps one at a time, one after the other, after the other, after the other. All right, then, that's what I'm going to leave you with today. I am following my inspiration. I am off to the wool shop. I have ordered my starch paper and I will locate a laundrette. So, much love to you all and have a fantastic Sunday. Take care. Bye.